how to text tasks with your voice, even on your watch. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. Recently, I showed you how I can add to my journal with my voice. I was doing it simply by talking to my watch. The results wound up in Evernote. In the blog post that accompanies what you're hearing right now, I have a link that shows you exactly how I did it. Now, today is a similar demonstration about how I can add tasks to my digital task list with my voice, and I can do it on my phone or even my watch. It's inspired in part by a comment left on a YouTube video after hearing me mention this concept. A listener named Eric writes, "What smartwatch do you use, Frank? And how often do you really use it to send yourself tasks?" Well, the answer to the first part is this. I have a Galaxy Watch 4. I bought it 2 years ago. The answer to the second part is that I use it to add tasks to my list multiple times every single day. One of the long-standing principles that I've had for myself since my senior year of high school has been to write things down and do so immediately. A corollary to that principle is that I always have something to write on. As a high school senior, the tool was an index card. Later, it was a memo pad that I always had in my pocket. For 10 years or so, I used a day timer, and so I always had my day timer with me. So what's the parallel in the digital world? Well, if you're like me, your phone is always with you. And to take it a step further, if you don't have your phone everywhere, you probably do have your watch. So let me show you how easy it is to speak a task into your watch and have it wind up on your task list. Text "remember milk" to "call Bob on Friday." Yes. And it's done. I use Remember the Milk for my digital task list. And over in my Remember the Milk inbox on that digital task list, on my computer, my phone, and any connected device is the task that I just spoke. So let me show you exactly how I set this up and how you can do the same. I use a combination of Google Assistant and if this, then that. So I have a phone number that's associated with my tablet. I'm going to leverage that phone number. So in my contacts, I have a contact named Remember Milk. I pasted that phone number as the phone number associated with that contact. And then I also add the email address for this contact. The special email address that Remember the Milk gives me and lets me forward emails into Remember the Milk, that one, I put that in as the email address for that contact to sort of kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And then I have an if this then that applet that says, if I send an SMS text to a certain phone number, and that certain phone number that I add is that phone number that was associated with Remember the Milk on my tablet. Then, in Remember the Milk, create a new task. The name of the task will be the message. I also have in the task name, the Remember the Milk notations of carrot today, exclamation, and the number 2, so that the task will have a due date of today and a priority of medium. You see, in Remember the Milk, the caret indicates a due date. So caret sign today assigns a due date of the current day. And the exclamation point indicates the priority. So if I put exclamation mark followed by the number 2, it assigns a medium priority. So one caveat that I want you to know is that you must be using the pro version of Remember the Milk in order to have this if this then that integration. It's just one more reason to go ahead with the pro account. So I'm using Google Assistant. Now you could be using another smart assistant if that assistant works with if this then that or Zapier. And by the same token, you can use this technique with another digital task manager if it has if this then that integration. In the body of the blog post, I'll show you a diagram of the if this then that applet that I created so that you can set one up just like it. Over time, tools change while some underlying principles stay the same. If you want to keep your commitments to yourself or others from falling through the cracks, write them down and have a tool that makes it easy to do. Text Remember Milk that Frank needs to get some cheesecake. And in that amount of time, it's now done. It's in the digital task list. It's that easy, and the task list never forgets. Thanks for stopping by. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.